let's talk about Juneteenth. Now, when you think about Juneteenth, I've known about it for a little while, and I've got nothing against it, and they made it a holiday, and it's like, okay, why not? It's fine. But it seems to have just caused a ripple in the internet. Like, people are just fighting about everything. It's pretty insane. So here's what's going on, though. Congress approves bill to make Juneteenth a federal holiday. This is from the AP, which I'm not going to read the whole article because, gosh, the AP is... Maybe I'll just read it just to show you how cringy this can be. So they have a new federal holiday commemorating the end of slavery, which I think is great. The House voted 415 to 14. That's nearly 100%. Crazy. Wednesday to make Juneteenth, or June 19th, the 12th federal holiday. The bill now goes to President Joe Biden's desk, and he is expected to sign it into law. Well, of course he's going to. Juneteenth commemorates June 19th, 1865, when Union soldiers brought the news of freedom to enslaved black people in Galveston, Texas, 2 months after the Confederacy had surrendered. That was about 2.5 years after the Emancipation Proclamation freed the slaves in southern states. It's the first new federal holiday since Martin Luther King Jr. Day was created in 1983. Our federal holidays are purposely few in number and recognize the most important milestones, says Representative Carol Maloney, a Democrat from New York. I cannot think of a more important milestone to commemorate than the end of slavery in the United States. I agree. I agree with that. Because these people that are, I say these people, I'm talking about the far left, these people screeching that America is so racist. But we ended slavery over 100 years ago, right? And then we fought against segregation in the 60s, and that whole 1964, it was just like the civil rights movement. It happened, and we beat segregation also, and it's like we've been beating it, and now they want to celebrate. It's like, cool. Remind everybody that we did beat slavery, right? We are an amazing country. This is a fantastic place to be, that you can rise up no matter who you are, right? It's a good place to be. We should celebrate that. I have no issue with that. These people, this AP article, the further you read into it, I can't do it. I can't do it because the more you read into it, the more they're like, start throwing mud at Republicans. They're talking about the voting laws that are not racist. Okay? Voter ID is not racist, period. These people are racist thinking minorities can't get IDs. Like, it's ridiculous. Okay? So I'm not going to continue reading it because AP is rather left-leaning. They summed it up fairly decently. But this is from Candace Owens, and this is her response. Juneteenth is so lame, she says. Democrats really need to stop trying to repackage segregation. I'll be celebrating July 4th and July 4th only. I'm American. See, look, I like Candace, all right? But Candace, that's a little extreme, okay? You're being a little extreme here. I mean, I'm going to celebrate July 4th, of course. But I think it's great to celebrate the end of slavery because that is a big moment in American history, in human history, right? In human history. It's an amazing feat that we did. We ended it. I think Candace, you're being ridiculous right here. And then she continues, my goodness, segregationist Joe Biden, he was for busing. He basically has, if you look at the racist stuff that Joe Biden says, he is a segregationist. They're pushing for segregation. I'm not for all this critical race theory stuff. I'm sure you know this about me if you watch my show, right? I think the color of your skin has nothing to do with what your character is. And that's what we need to be focused on. Who you are as a person, right? But anyway, she says here, segregationist Joe Biden says Juneteenth is a day in which we remember the moral stain and terrible toll that slavery took on the country and continues to take. So, see, that's pushing the narrative that they want and continues to take. What? Where? What? How? That's ridiculous. They're trying to convince people that it exists still. I'm not saying that there aren't racists out there. Sure, there is, right? But the majority of people are good, and kids are good. And they're teaching now they're teaching kids. White people are trying to keep you down, or you can't make it because of the color of your skin. Like, that's not what you should be teaching people. She goes, more emotional programming for black people that choose to opt in to the perpetual victim mentality. That is a problem. Victim mentality. Look, life creates victims. I say it all the time, right? But when you choose to remain the victim, that's on you 100%. Okay? There's a difference between being a victim, an honest victim, and saying, I'm a victim long after the event is over. I'm not saying that, PTSD doesn't exist. Of course. Sure, there could be emotional scarring because, mental problems, that's a whole another basket, basically. But I'm talking about critical race theory and what Juneteenth is. It's like, you know what? I'm all for celebrating the end of slavery. And you know what? It's interesting because it was the Republicans that wanted to end slavery. And for some reason, the Republicans are trying to and it was the Democrats that were trying to keep it in the South. Why don't we tell everybody that? Like, hey, by the way, Juneteenth, remember that it was the Democrats that were trying to maintain slavery in the states. And it was the Republicans that actually pushed forward to free the slaves. Well, we don't talk about that. Oh, well, the party switched. No, it didn't. The Democrats are still fighting for segregation. Show me. They are. They're trying to convince people that because of the color of your skin, you should be treated differently. How is that not segregation? I'm so fed up with it. Of course, Bryson Gray, he comes in. I love Bryson. Bryson's fantastic. I'm going to have him on my show again soon. He's got a new album coming out. He says, all Juneteenth is a reminder that people were slaves every year. I mean, listen, they're trying to remind everyone every day that they were slaves. So let's celebrate the fact that we beat it, that America is so awesome that we were able to end slavery. Like, can we, when is it going to end? When are they going to end this victim mentality? Well, we were slaves. Look, I learned recently through my family history that my family was slave. I'm not joking, right? Follow my family line up. My family was slaves, and I don't have money. I'm making it on my own. I'm not trying to claim victimhood for something my ancestors went through and try to blame someone else for it. No, I live in 2021. I'm alive now. Let's talk about now. Let's celebrate the ending of it. If that's, is it going to work? Probably not. Because they want to maintain being the victim, which is a shame. They need to end that. You know what? Cernovich had a great take. Check this out. Cernovich says, today in Bread and Circuses, you must form a strongly held opinion on Juneteenth and fight each other over it. You may not discuss inflation or how FBI creates terrorism or anything that has significant impact or could damage the power structure. Stay woke, bros. He's right. They want us fighting. You know what? Pick a side. Whatever side you want to pick, go ahead. And that's the hill you die on because the other side's going to fight. There's no middle ground anymore. Right? The bell curve. So Tim talks about I don't know what he talks about anymore, but when I was on the show with him, he would say the bell curve. And most people are in the middle. Most people are rather centrist. It's the extremists on either side that scream the loudest, but most people are in the middle. And that goes with most things. So what they're trying to do here is divide us up. If you're a Republican, you're over there. If you're a Democrat, you're over there. There is no middle ground. Libertarians, they don't know how to handle the libertarians because libertarians can't stand either party, as far as I know and understand. And there's some crazy stuff going on with the Libertarian Party that I just learned from Carlin Borisenko. Shout out to Carlin. She hasn't been on my show in a while. I was talking to her earlier. She's doing great. And I wish her well. She will be back on my show soon enough. I can't wait to have her on. And also Savannah. Savannah's doing great. Shout out to Savannah because she's fantastic. But yeah, it's like these people, we can't talk about, see, I can't even say it. We can't talk about certain things before we get strikes on our channels and we get banned off our channels and we get removed from social media because they don't like the narrative. Savannah, I just brought her up. She got banned off of Twitter. Why? What did she violate? Nothing. She was posting actual videos because she's a journalist going out on the streets, taking video of what people are doing and saying, look, internet, this is what people are doing. Boom. Right? And she got banned from it. So I can't even talk about certain things on my channel. I already have 2 strikes. If I get 1 more strike, I'm done. I'm gone from this channel. Boom. So all 180,000 subscribers that I've gained over the past year from people that know me from that show I was on, gone. Now, obviously, I'm going to continue doing this because I love it. I love hanging out with you guys. I love researching interesting things every day and bringing it to you. And then, you know what? Shout out to Donnie the Don, too. She just joined me on my show. She's going for mayor in Arlington, Texas, and I wish her well because she's rather based. Check it out. She goes, you are all out of line. You can quit with the political theater. Juneteenth is a part of American history and a win for the Republican Party. You don't need to be divisive all the time. I agree with her. She's right. It is a win. Let's talk about it. Because let's use that. Oh, you guys want to celebrate the end of slavery? Great. Good. Remember, it's the Republicans that did that. And remember, it was a lot of white people as well. They want to use race as a thing. Well, who was fighting? A bunch of white people. Republicans were fighting the Democratic South that were trying to maintain slavery. It's like, yeah, let's talk about that. That's good. Bring it up. Let's talk about it. Watch the movie Uncle Tom. There's so much stuff in there that people don't know about. I didn't know about. And it's crazy what they went through to beat slavery. Incredible. It's an amazing American history. Morgan Freeman says, how do we beat slavery? Stop calling me a black man and I'll stop calling you a white man. Amazing. Black history. It's American history. It is. It's our history. Juneteenth is equally my history than it is other people's history because of this country. And I'm proud that this country beat slavery. Period. You're not going to make me change my mind on that. I'm happy that Juneteenth is a national holiday because it's showing these people that are claiming that America is so racist, that it's such a terrible place that 180,000 people a month are coming to try to get into this country and live here. Because, newsflash, it is amazing. We should be celebrating an incredible milestone in our stained history, as they're saying. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. Man, I posted this clip the other day. I think his name's Ty Scott. I don't know exactly his name. I think it is. I think it's Ty. This guy is absolutely amazing. So this is the larger clip. And I want to play this for you guys because he sums it up perfectly. This guy's got 2 medical degrees. All right, and he breaks it up. He breaks it down. Check this out.
When you talk about critical race theory, which is pretty much going to be teaching kids how to hate each other, how to dislike each other, that's pretty much, I don't care what you say, it's pretty much what it's going to all come down to. You're going to deliberately teach kids, this white kid right here got it better than you because he white? You're going to purposely tell a white kid, oh, the black people are all down and suppressed. How do I have 2 medical degrees if I'm sitting here oppressed? How did I get, first of all, China, because I only got 5 minutes now, 5 minutes. 2 medical degrees. No mom, no dad in the house. Worked my way through college. Sat there and hustled my butt off to get through
Boss
college.
moves.
You gonna tell me somebody that looked like all y'all white folks kept me from doing that? Are you serious? Not one white person ever came to me and said, well, son, you're never going to be able to get nowhere because you know the black people. But guess what? What's sickening about this whole thing is what y'all doing right now is already something I do in my community right now to speak out against stuff because black folks are getting told by other black folks, oh, you know you ain't going to be able to do nothing out there in the world because them white folks ain't going to let you get no, oh, you know you're not going to be able to do it here because you know, the white man going to keep you down. Well, how did I get where I am right now? If some white man
He worked hard.
How am I now directing over folks that look just like you guys in this room right now? How? What kept me down? What oppressed me? I worked for myself from off the streets to where I am right now. You gonna sit here and tell me this lie of critical race theory?
Yep.
This the reason why black folks can't get ahead because of white folks? Are you kidding me?
Boom.
This is what we come to now. I can't believe we even talking about this right now. The last thing I'm gonna say right here is something that's crazy. Martin Luther King said he wanted his kids to grow up in a world where they are judged by the contents of their
character.
Their character.
Inside.
Not their skin. If they let this stuff go on right now, it is absolutely doing the complete reverse of what he's doing. So when February comes, don't talk about Martin Luther King. When February comes, don't talk about Black History Month. If y'all gonna sit there and just pretty much pee on his grave with this nonsense, that's exactly what's about to happen. Lastly, we are talking about our kids. We are talking about our children. What's so sickening about me, I love the Discovery Channel. You will see that on the Discovery Channel, animals will put their lives on the line to protect their children from danger. Nobody want to get to the heart
Absolutely.
of the matter. Get to more of the story. It all comes down to it. The person that's going to be suffering from this, the ones going to be hurt from this, is the kids. 10 years from now, if this stuff goes on, whose fault is it going to be? Whose fault is it going to be? Who are we going to look back on and blame for this? Because this is stuff we're talking about right now. This stuff is going on right now. I do this stuff on a daily basis. I'm in the hood. I'm in the communities. I'm out there with folks in their face. I've been doing this stuff since I was 18 years old, talking to black folks. And you know what? None of them are buying this nonsense.
Yes.
None of them are.
It's so good to know.
To the school system, I guarantee you to the day that I die, I'm going to be the very person right there debunking stuff, tearing stuff down, letting them know they can do exactly what I did and get exactly where I am by putting themselves to work and getting there. And ain't not one white person ever going to keep any of them from getting there. So the CRT stuff, BS.
Woo! Dang. That guy is just dropping facts. Slam the mic on the ground and walk out the room. Thank you, chat. Ty Smith is his name. This dude is amazing, and I applaud him. That's exactly right. He got up and did it. No one oppressed him. He wasn't a victim. He said, I want to get this done, and he did it. And he's not only did he do it, now he's fighting against critical race theory because that's what they're trying to stop. They're trying to maintain this victim mentality. No, you're oppressed. Let me keep your vote. I mean, let's be honest. That's really what they want. They want people's vote. Someone actually posted this below, and it made me think of Carlin. She goes, critical race theory is an ideology started in academia in the 70s that say racism exists everywhere, in every person and system. And the job of the critical theorist is to assess how, not if, racism occurred in any circumstance, how it occurred, because it always does. Racism is always assumed to have occurred. That's what they believe. They think everything is racist. That song that I was joking about from, you know, the Lego movie, Everything is Awesome, Everything is Racist, that's literally their theme song for critical race theory. They might as well make it. You know, go pay, who made that movie? Disney? I don't know. Pay for the song and change the lyrics to racist because that's what they think. They think everything is racist. Everyone is a victim. If you're a minority, the white person is the bad person in the situation. I'm sick of it. I'm so fed up with this. So we should be celebrating Juneteenth because it's going to show people, hey, let's celebrate the fact that we beat racism and it no longer exists. Or not, well, we haven't beat racism. They're trying to keep it right. I'm talking about slavery, but man, wouldn't that be great if we beat racism? Because they keep coming up with new ways to convince us that this is the way to do it. By, you know, proving everyone's racist, that's how we beat racism. I mean, it's confusing. I got confused there because it absolutely makes no sense. So, anyway. Whew. Anyway, Ty Smith, you are a boss. I would love to have you on my show. I don't know if you watch my show or not, or know who I am, or if you guys know how to get a hold of him. Someone in chat said he has a YouTube channel. I want to get him on my show because that guy is amazing. And I want his message out there. More people need to hear from that guy. You know, and he was talking about the kids. It reminds me of another video that I posted recently about a young man and his daughter talking. They were talking about critical race theory and how it's terrible. And he was saying to his daughter was like, yeah, it doesn't matter what color your skin is. Like, if you're nice to me, just be nice. Like, you're great. Cutest video ever. This little girl is absolutely based. She's so right. And the dad goes, this is what kids think. They love everybody. It's until they're taught not to pick out the color of the skin, you know, then they start differentiating people instead of realizing that, hey, we're all human. We should all love each other. We should teach that to everybody. That's how it should be. Yeah. Everything is Racist is already a song. I just saw it in chat. That's hilarious. Man, Ty Smith, what a boss.